time. They're all the same, really.
And when you say the correct shots, do you mean, what do you mean by that?
I don't mean he plays too defensively all the time. I just mean the positional shots as well would be a different pattern from Ronnie O'Sullivan. You know, Ronnie would say, well, I love playing Stephen Hendry. He plays all the right shots all the time. And I think Ronnie gets a little bit upset over things like that, but not when he's winning.
Interesting, isn't it, the depth of the tactics in this match. But it's Selby who's got a lead at the moment. He's at 2-1 up as we head into this fourth frame, the last one before the mid-session interval.
I think that was a great point from Terry. I totally agree with him that break builders who, you know, make plenty of centuries, make 147s and that, seem to have a pattern of making breaks. Not all players play in the same pattern. That was an excellent safety shot from O'Sullivan. I think Ronnie sometimes admires the way other people's playing, as long as he's playing well, but something like Mark Selby, who is a great break builder, but doesn't always do it naturally, doesn't go into the pack as early as some players.
Well, this is one option for Mark from his cue ball. Obviously he's got to make sure that he's not short, so he'd be giving a shot to Ronnie on that bottom red just above the black. Found the gap. Nicely played.
Yes, it was very, very close, wasn't it, to leaving that loose red that Darren mentioned. If he caught that slightly thicker, he would have left that pot on, but it just caught it half ball and rocked a couple of inches to the left. And this is actually tough now. Just see if it is. Just caught that full ball rather than half ball. You see how that white just rolled another 2 inches to the left. And Ronnie's actually faced with a situation now where he can't get back into baulk.
I think he's on a good look, Willie, and he was hoping that was going to be a touching ball so as he could have had a straight play away, but I don't think he can get to the one thin enough to send the cue ball right the way around, so it's just going to be a little roll in. And it wouldn't surprise me, yeah, and they call it for a re-rack, so this fourth frame has been finished very prematurely, so we're still at 2-1. Terry Camilleri now will just re-rack the balls up and they'll start again. No one really wants to see that little nip and tuck, rolling in, rolling out all the time, so good choice by both players.
Well, Ronnie's just nipped out while the referee, Mr. Camilleri, is setting the balls up again. But we saw a shot of Ronnie in the last frame where he played a good shot to nothing. We also saw him miss a very easy red. I'm just trying to find one of the shots to show you why we've just got a little break in play, and Mark Selby can sit there feeling quite pleased with himself. He's nowhere near his best at the moment and he's leading 2-1, and that's the art of good match play. Obviously if he plays at his best, you know, he'd expect to be leading 2-1, but he's not playing at his best. We saw a shot to nothing that Ronnie played in the previous game. Now the art of a shot to nothing is literally this, that when you play a shot to nothing, you've got to find the top cushion, but Ronnie knows, you can see where the green is now, so Ronnie knows he's got to play it in such a way that if he does happen to get the pot, he's got a chance of getting on the ball. Now, I know he didn't win the frame from here, but just look at the weight of this cue ball here, how it bounced on and off the cushion to leave himself the perfect angle on the green to get onto the two reds, and that's a perfect example of a shot to nothing. So frame 4, take 2, Mark Selby breaks off. And I think he's probably covered the red for the second time. Or has he? It's tight. But he has covered it. Been a lot of break-offs played, and there's always been a first red potable, but since this new cloth's been on, I think every frame this evening we've not seen a long red available from the break-off. An excellent safety. Just flick the brown to leave this red on, but I don't think he played as a shot to nothing. Get back in the baulk. that's quite careless from Ronnie. He's left this shot on. Whenever you play safe, you've got to find that top cushion. Hasn't cost him anything though this time.
And he's left Ronnie a little tempter. I think it's near enough straight. This one to the right corner. You can see it's only just off straight. He'll be playing it with lots of bottom. He's had a little look to see if the pink, if he can get the pot and angle to pink in the middle pocket, but I think he'll screw up for the blue. Well, he's hit that dead straight. I mean, that was really bad cueing. And oh, he's not liking that as he's going back to his seat.
Oh, just look at this. Have you ever seen O'Sullivan do that? All I can tell you there is just put right hand side on and just push straight into it. Sorry, left hand side, if it's playing the other way around. Left hand side, just push straight into it. So even though we're into the fourth frame, neither player yet has looked like they're going to run away with this match. Might be planning to cut this one in. He was, but didn't hit it very nice. Not far away from being a plant, these. He might take this on. There's actually 3 sets of balls that. One just below the pink, and then there's 2 sets of 2 reds together just to the left of the pink. There may be 3 plants on here. There's another one that's appeared. Let's have a look at that one. Well, that looks pretty good, doesn't it? The one below the pink, but he can't get through to that. So he's got to be careful he doesn't leave that shot on for Ronnie. I don't think I've ever seen a situation where there's been 3 plants. Oh, he's got the plant, does he? Oh, no. I don't think I've seen that situation before. But that excellent safety shot from Mark.
It's got to be right through the gap. And that was a very good shot, other than the red coming down the table, which he couldn't really legislate for that. He's got away with it. Well, the one he's got away with is the red to the left of the yellow. That could have been so much worse.
Just making sure that Tony Camilleri can see where the balls are, just in case Mark plays a thin safety shot and misses it, but I think he'll be playing an attacking safety shot here. I can't see him rolling up to one. May even take the pot on. I don't think I've ever seen these 2 players play so many strange shots. They're both struggling at the moment. Almost a very, very good safety shot. If he'd have covered this red up with the yellow, it would have been excellent. Surely he can't get through the gap of the red and the yellow to put the red over the pocket, can he? Looks a bit tight there. The yellow looks in the way. But he can play the pot on the one he can see clearly, the one just up near the yellow. He's just looked at the potting angle to the middle as well. He's playing it in the middle pocket. Very well played. Just overrun it slightly. Played for blue or pink in the middle. Slightly misjudged the pace, but a safety shot now. I think the blue's a little too risky. Needs to cover that red on the right-hand side of the table, though. Maybe forced into the pot.
Blue.
Yeah, so just sort of say that, Willie, the way he's looked at it, the potting angle of it, I think he's going to be going for this one. Well, he didn't get the blue.
Mark Selby, what?
And he has left Ronnie now. Shot at this red. Not a distance. I mean, the pot's easy enough. It's just he hasn't got many colours to shoot at. Pink's off his spot. Goes in the two middle pockets. And it goes in the pocket he's going to knock this red into. It's definitely not a good scoring opportunity. Not at the minute anyway. Elected to come down to one of both colours. So again, I've put what I like to call the dustbin lid. I mean, he has got other options. He can play to the other side of the table. The red just below the pink will go at the right corner, but this is where you'd fancy him to try and put the cue ball. And as I say that, he's played for the loose one just below the pink to the right corner.
4.
Either way, he was always going to be on a red, but where that circle was, he's got 3 or 4 reds, goes to the left corner.
5.
Every frame has been like this, hasn't it? We've had the black or pink out of play, and the players are having to work to get. I'm sure after the interval it'll be a little bit more straightforward. See, the pink will go onto the blue spot, which is no problem. But as soon as possible, to be clearing that pink spot. You see the second red there. There's going to be the key ball to get on, but he can't get onto it for a moment.
Well,
He may play the cannon on that red now, funny enough. I know that sounds a strange choice of shot, but he's got 3 reds at pot in the left-hand corner. And Ronnie's one of those players that never misses a trick normally. Well, he hasn't played it, but he's still played a little cannon onto a red. That probably leaves that one that's on the pink spot in play. He's always thinking of moving balls about and making the... Now when he gets rid of this red, the pink spot is free again. And similar to the break where he made 80, he now can get the pink back in play.
Just a couple of inches short with the cue ball there. Still no problem. Just see him roll the pink in. And where you see his bridge arm there, that's where he's looking to stop the cue ball. And leave him nicely on this red to left corner. You'd only have to stun it in then. Only downside for Ronnie is a lot further away from this red than he'd have liked. If you got it at a slight angle, he'll pot this and